The enforcement director raids Malayalam actor Dulquer Salman's house, seizes 2 luxury cars. Customs say it's smuggled, whereas the High Court says, where's your proof? Let's analyze. Under Operation Numkor, which is vehicle in Bhutanese, customs officials raided various places in Kerala and Tamil Nadu. They seized over 36 high-end cars, including Dulquer Salman's Land Rover Defender and Nissan Petrol. The allegation: these cars were smuggled through Bhutan, avoiding import duties. Dulquer's team's defense: hold on. This car was bought legally over 20 years ago. It has passed through all RTO checks. I am not the importer, I am just a buyer. Now let's simplify the law. Section 110 of the Customs Act says that any officer can seize the goods if he has reason to believe that it will be liable for confiscation. That is, if it's smuggled goods, then you can seize the goods, which will again be confiscated. Now the difference between seizure and confiscation is very simple. Seizure is where the government takes possession of the particular asset, whereas confiscation is where the ownership will now pass on to the government. The keywords here are reason to believe and not reason to suspect. And under section 110A, the owner can seek provisional release of the asset which has been seized, pending inquiry, of course. Important to note that these reasons to believe have to be documented and given to the court when asked. Now, in this particular case, the High Court told yesterday, they asked the customs officials, where are the documents? What evidence do you have? What is your reason to believe? They also told you just can't reproduce the section. At least tell us what the illegality is, what that you have found. And one interesting observation, they told that you're depriving a person of the property that he has bought with his hard-earned money. So they're asking a simple question, where is the evidence? Was it reason to suspect or was it really reason to believe? So the High Court directed the customs to consider Dulquer's 110A application for provisional release of the assets pending investigation. And should they reject it, they also told you must give a reasoned written order as to why you're rejecting his petition. So whenever your fundamental rights are challenged, you can go to the High Court and file a writ petition, and because you are protected under Article 226 of the Indian Constitution. So in this case, Dulquer challenged the seizure itself, asked the court to direct for the provisional release of the assets, and also requested the court to direct for procedural compliance of the entire process. The Kerala High Court did not outright quash the seizure, but it exercised power under Article 226 to demand transparency, first of all, ensure fair procedure, and emphasize the accountability. It said if you reject the his application, then you need to give a reasoned order. The judiciary reminded that the executive can act, but not on vibes. Law demands evidence. Even stars will get due process. And also, you have to have a reason to believe and documented reasons to believe, because in law, reason must precede belief. Because power without accountability is no power at all. Let me know what you think.